Hi everyone, this is Lisa Marie from Artistry by Lisa Marie. Welcome to the studio. As usual, links to everything and the list of colors will be in the video description. First off, I chose colors for my monochromatic color scheme. Monochromatic means I use colors of a single hue. They all come from a single base color. In this instance, I'm using green. So if you look at the colors I'm choosing here, they're all shades of green. I'm including Ohuhu markers and Prismacolor pencils, doing color swatches, writing down their numbers and names, which, like I just mentioned, will be listed in the video description, so you don't have to worry about reading my super sloppy artist handwriting. It's okay. I'm going to type it all nice and neat for you, so you don't have to try to decipher that. This paper I'm using is from my Color Scheme Workshop, a printable collection of exercises and coloring pages, so you can master the 7 fundamental color schemes. Order your copy at the link in the video description. It includes full-size coloring pages, including the girl with the crossed arms shown here, and all the pages are my hand-drawn art from my studio. The colors include here a mix of dark, medium, and light tones, and I tried to include a nice variety of shades of green. Some have a little more blue, some have a little more yellow. You're going to see them all in action in this coloring page. If you noticed, before I started coloring here, in the goal section, I wrote no red in skin tone. That's going to be a struggle for me later on when I'm coloring this. I'm used to putting red and warm reds in the skin tone, so this will be interesting. Going to start with a layer of Ohuhu markers, playing with those darker colors to get a feel for coloring the material, the sense of lighting. Ohuhu markers blend well, but I was trying to be careful to not go too dark and lose the folds in that material. And I'll go over the markers with colored pencils in a moment. For any visual learners, here's the color wheel. You can see green right between blue and yellow. Since this color scheme is all green, I thought it'd be fun to look up some facts about the color green. And here are some really fun ones that I found out when I fell down the Googling rabbit hole looking up the color green. In China, jade green represents virtue and beauty. Night vision goggles use green because the human eye is most sensitive to the most shades in that color, which I totally believe. Green is often a symbol for fertility and was the preferred color choice for wedding gowns in the 1400s, which I just think is so cool. And the last cool fact that I'll share with you real quick here. In ancient Greece, green and blue were often considered the same color. And I totally didn't believe that when I first read it, so I looked it up again, and it's actually true. Green and blue were considered the same color in ancient Greece, which is really weird. Another fun fact is that I'm doing the material first because I'm not sure how I'm going to color that green skin. Like I said, really hesitant about green skin. I printed this image on Ohuhu mixed media paper, if anyone is wondering. Again, write it down in the video description for you. I like that this PDF packet is printable so I can pick and choose the paper that I want, and I like having a heavier, sturdier paper that can take all these different coloring materials, and this paper can do that. The pencils I blend over the markers are to help smooth the colors and shadows, and they give a bit of a deeper, richer look to the hue. And it's also nice, I was a little careful to try and pick colored pencils that would work well with those particular greens in the markers. I think they do a pretty good job. I really love the softness in those folds in the material. So I didn't want to lose that. I wanted to go for very nice gentle transitions of color and shading. I know it's supposed to be a color exercise, but still, wanted it to look good. Also, if you don't want the entire color scheme workshop PDF, the link to order this individual coloring page is also in the video description. So you don't have to order the whole shebang. You can just order this one coloring page and color it and have fun. Before starting this page, in the notes, did you see me write it's okay to use white for extra highlight? I was being a bit careful, not sure if I could get enough volume with the greens I'd chosen, but that pale sage color, that really light green, there it is in action right there, it's fantastic. It does such a good job. It's light enough, it really helps bring the lighter parts of the folds forward and gives it a nice sense of volume. Makes it look a bit more three-dimensional, and it's not leaving that monochromatic color scheme. Still, it's totally okay to use white. If anyone is doing this, coloring scheme practice with me, absolutely okay to use white. A lot of artists use white to get that extra pop of highlight when they're working with a particular color scheme. I'm just saying, I'm very happy that I found a light green that worked for me. Moving my pencils around, getting them resharpened, and getting the next marker set up, which means it's time to tackle the skin tone. Remember, I was hesitant to do green skin. I didn't want her to look like a bug or something. I was so weird. I was so scared of doing this. And I often use reds and browns in skin, so this was very different for me. To start, I block out the shadows with Ohuhu markers. Then I build up shadows, color, and smooth the transitions with my Prismacolors. But first, I'm just blocking out the shadows. Like I would any other, coloring page with my traditional, more realistic colors. Definitely went slow building up color in the skin. Didn't go too dark too fast, kind of letting the white of the paper help me out there, showing through the colors to use as a lightening the colors. There you can see I'm using the white of the paper in her lips. I'm still following the 1-2-3 rule of Grayscale. If you've seen my other videos, you know I say Grayscale is as easy as 1, 2, 3, dark, medium, and light. And I am, being sure to use dark, medium, and light greens in her skin tone and the material. So throughout this entire color scheme practice, I'm still following the dark, medium, and light rules for a Grayscale drawing. Just going very, very, very slowly with that skin. Something else, though, is that yellow-green Chartreuse was really a lifesaver for me for this. So, I'm more of a realist when it comes to coloring and this whole color scheme workshop thing. There it is right there. This was really pushing me. But I like that warm green. As you know, yellow is a warm color. And, I can't just pull a yellow out here because that's not part of the green, monochromatic theme. But a yellow green is warm. And it really helped me just personally, artistically, accept her green skin because it made her skin tone warmer. And, to me, just a warm skin tone, warmer colors just feel more alive. And then I use, the blue greens to push the shadows. And a dark green, of course, to push the shadows a bit more. But just aesthetically and just for getting a feel of doing this monochromatic color workshop, that yellow-green really helped me. And I just mentally pretended that she was wearing green lipstick. That's how I did her lips. Wanted to get a bit of shine in the hair. I tried to keep that in mind while blocking out the shadows, leaving sections for the light highlight. Just like the skin, just like the material. Block out the shadows first to get us a feel for the lighting, feel for, you know, the drawing. And then I can just, you know, go over that with the pencils to smooth out the transitions. There's the white pencil. See? No shame. No shame. Totally okay to use a white pencil. Get a little extra sense of volume.